What is the street parking vault? What started as the Monday retest workout turned into the weekly vault workout. The vault is a 1 workout a week for 25 weeks series with new workouts each year.
Now the goal of the street parking vault is to help you guys build consistency by completing all 25 vault workouts within a 6-month period.
You can customize the movements in these workouts and choose any variation that fits your abilities.
Your scores and weights do not matter.
The goal is to maintain consistency from week to week.
Remember, you just
Can't.
Miss.
We are on week 23 of the 2022 vault. This week we are tackling Valhalla. So I will be doing program B, which with 85 pounds and the 20 pull-ups, 1 mile run, no extra challenge for me today. Rachel will be doing program C, sandbag version with the bike. And make sure you guys stick to the end of the workout for my tips on how to approach this. And also for any of the customizations or movement demos, make sure you guys visit my.streetparking.com. Let's get after this.
Valhalla. They make us all holla for Valhalla.
What are we going to talk about? We got, so we're starting out with a mile run, or we've got Rachel on the bike. How far is she going on the bike? She's going
Very far, 88 calories.
88 calories.
That's a lot of calories.
That is a lot of calories. She looks pretty comfortable though.
Yeah, she's calm, cool, collected. She's got those long legs.
So the good news is it's good weather here today, and Julian's out in the sun, out on a nice little run through our neighborhood.
It's going to be
great
beautiful.
running neighborhood.
So what is the full Valhalla workout if you were doing, let's say Julian's doing program B, what's he going to do?
We'll talk through program B. So he's going to start out with a 1 mile run. Then he's going to come back in and do 4 rounds of 10 lungesters and 20 kipping pull-ups. Of course, there's always the strict pull-up option.
Okay.
We've got dumbbell option and sandbag option for that version as well. Extra challenge. I think you've got a couple.
Yeah, you could do the 1.5 miles.
I want to say options.
Yeah.
You know, fitness freedom. So there's a 1.5 miles.
Mm-hmm. You
if
could
you're doing
increase
extra
to 5
challenge.
rounds.
Or heavier, or the heaviest weight, or you could do 5. I don't see a 5 round. Salvi said something about 5 rounds right before we start, but
We'll
I
have
don't
to check
see
that
on
data.
here.
We'll have to check that
I
out.
don't see that. I think Salvi was just trying to get Julian to do 5 rounds
That
because
would be
I don't
excellent.
see that as we're looking at the workout itself.
We should still try to talk him into an extra
Yeah.
round. Like when he's on the 4th one, be like, hey, go for the extra challenge.
extra
just
challenge,
see if
and
we
then
can get him
tell
to do
afterwards. I feel like that happens sometimes where we're like, oh, actually, the extra challenge wasn't. It was just the extra reps, not the extra weight as well. So yeah, that's Valhalla. We've got a shift version. Shift is going to be, because we try to keep it always as similar as possible to the main version. So you're going to do 5 minutes of continuous movement. That can be
Yes.
anything. If you can go for a walk or a jog, that works. If you've got a exercise bike or something like that you can use, or a rower. I wouldn't recommend 5 minutes of like jump rope in place.
Yeah.
Unless you
Really want to
do that.
thrash your calves.
Unless you do that regularly. I mean, I know that there are people who train jump roping, and 5 minutes wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But that would be a lot of jumping. So try to find something that you can move continuously, even like low step ups or something like that might work. Or like a farmer carry would even work if you're trying to stay close to home. But yeah, 5 minutes of continuous movement, and then 5 rounds of 8 unweighted lungesters and 12 inverted rows.
Excellent. So for anyone who might not know, what is a lungester?
A lungester is something, people think we created the devil press. We didn't. We stole that from someone else. This movement we actually created, and it's just a combination of movements. So,
yeah.
I mean, really, did we create it? But it's a, if you're doing it with a barbell, it's a front rack lunge right, front rack lunge left. Feel free to switch that order if you'd like. And then a thruster.
Lunge, lunge, thruster.
Lunge, lunge, thruster. That's 1 rep. They're hard to count.
Lungester. Yes,
Have
they
you found
really,
that?
truly are.
Yeah.
I find most things hard to count, but especially the Lungester.
Anything that's like multiple things, like a man maker or anything like that, those can all be
man
hard to
makers
count.
are just my enemy when it comes to keeping track of what I'm doing. Man makers are rough. The wolf complex, not
the
a
wolf
fan.
complex is even worse.
Cannot count them at all. I'm gonna see where Rachel is.
Yeah. Okay, you go check it out.
Yeah. Oh, I think.
Oh, Julian just hit the halfway. Yeah, we're at like 320. He hit the halfway.
He's halfway off again for the second half of his run. Let's go see what Rachel's doing. Where you at?
Almost halfway.
Rachel is also almost halfway.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so week 23, right? We've only got 2 more after this one. Valhalla, what's up with Valhalla?
Oh, like what is Valhalla?
Yes.
Oh, Valhalla is awesome. People get there and they're like, holla.
Is it a place?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
place. It's the Hall of Slain Warriors.
Valhalla.
Yeah, so they get to live there blissfully under the
Is it
leadership
heaven?
of the god Odin. Basically, so like if you die honorably in battle, you get to go to Valhalla.
Okay.
If you don't, you go to hell.
Valhalla.
Aw, shucks. Yeah, you go to Valhalla. TM. Trademarked by Miranda just now. Yeah, so basically if you led an honorable life, you fought, or not necessarily even led an honorable life, you fought honorably in battle. And you
Okay.
die in battle,
You
you
could
go
be
to
a terrible
Valhalla.
person, but as long as you
Yes.
fought honorably in battle, you're fine.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you fall in battle and you were a warrior, you get to go to Valhalla. You didn't, you go to hell where Loki's daughter reigns supreme, so.
So when you're doing this workout, basically just think this is your battle. As long as you don't give up,
Yeah.
you get to go to Valhalla after
Yeah, 100%.
when you're done. All right. That sounds cool. So 2 more weeks after this one. This is week 23. People are getting close to earning that like
Oh my god, so close.
finisher title. It's super exciting, but they're gonna have to definitely earn it because this one looks really uncomfortable, and I'm trying to figure
Yeah.
out even what I'm gonna do because a mile is still a long way to run.
Right.
I mean, that 88 cows does not sound fun.
It does not sound pleasant at all. But
especially with lunges right after.
right, see that's my problem. I do not like to do any combination of biking and lunges. They
Or like squatting.
Yeah, I actually, for some reason, I don't mind the squat. Something about
okay.
the lunge specifically, my legs get so mad at me if I do a lunge and a bike combination. So I don't actually know what I'm going to do for this one either.
Yeah, so when you guys are considering this, there's a couple ways. Obviously, you have the fitness freedom to choose to mix and match the equipment however you want and choose your weight and all of that stuff. There's a couple ways to attack it too, right?
Yeah.
There are people like you and I
Yes.
who are like, lunges, fine. Bike run,
Right.
that's not my favorite.
Not my thing.
So you're like, do I just coast that part and then try to make up time and like
Okay.
go faster on the second part? There are the opposite people who are like, I can run all day long. I
Right.
do not want to do a Lungester ever in my life.
Right.
Like weight, not as comfortable with things that have a lot of weight. Maybe it's the pull-ups. I say just go for it the whole time.
Oh my.
Like don't try to PR your mile time or
Okay.
anything like that. And don't try to, sell it on the first round.
Speaking of PRing mile times,
Ooh, nice.
6:40 in
Nice.
the house.
That's
Julian.
like 10 seconds slower than my all-time mile PR.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Right
and he's
on.
right on it.
He really is. Okay, sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, so do what Julian did and push the mile pace. Don't try to PR your mile,
Right.
but don't game it so much that you're just jogging, knowing that you have to do Lungesters. Try not to do that. That's not honorable in battle.
That is not honorable. You will not end up in Valhalla.
Yeah, so don't sandbag a specific part, I guess is what I'm saying. But you
Gotcha.
also don't want to come in so messed up that you wait 2 minutes before you even pick up your bar. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but it's kind of not the intent of the workout.
It's counterproductive.
Yes.
If you ran so fast, you now have to wait 2 additional minutes to pick up the bar. You might as well have taken an extra minute on the run,
Exactly.
mathematically speaking.
Oftentimes what I'll do in those types of scenarios is I'll run or do the bike or whatever my pace until the last 30 seconds to a minute of it, and
Yeah.
then you slow down a little bit so that you can go right to your bar like Julian did.
Right on. Looks like Rachel is wrapping up. She's going to end up a little under 8 minutes here, 7:46, something like that, I think it was.
Yep.
7:49.
Nice.
So she's
now,
gonna...
of course, like if you, a couple things.
Okay.
If you are like, a mile is going to take me 12 minutes, you have two options. Normally, we would say cut the distance.
Okay.
Right? But, because it says in the coach's notes that your run shouldn't take any longer than 10 minutes. Sometimes I'm okay with like, but if you just want to put a little check mark next to the fact that you did the whole mile.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Go
okay.
for it. If you're trying to definitely hit the goal time, and that's like your biggest thing though, just cut the distance a little bit. Maybe you run 1,200 meters or whatever. The same thing with the bike or row distances. Maybe you just say, I'm going to go as far as I can in 10 minutes on the bike.
Right.
So those are both options. That's not an option I would say for every workout, but for this one, since it's one time and it's that like distance that people are like, it's a mile, I want to prove that I can run a mile, then great, go for it. Same thing with like the type of pull-up that you choose, because I feel like that could really slow people down.
Heck yeah.
You know, like you're a great example. You can do pull-ups,
Yep.
but sets of 20 are a lot.
No way is that going to work for me.
Right. So a couple options are you can say, I'm going to do real pull-ups and cut it to like 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you can choose a more appropriate customization for that.
Right on. Now, with it being 20 pull-ups, say someone can do a kipping but banded pull-up. Would you suggest that or not?
Yeah, I think for this workout, when it's big sets, I'm cool with the band. Mm-hmm. If it's small sets, like anything less than 10,
Yeah.
I think the band just takes too long to get in and out of.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah, it's the big sets. Go for it. If you're a person that likes the band, I think that's cool. I am always going to be a big proponent of what Rachel's doing, the inverted row.
Right on.
They're so much harder than people realize.
They're
If
way
you
more difficult
always
than you think.
avoid them or you think they're too easy, you're wrong.
Also, your difficulty changes depending on where you put your feet. If you find it's too easy, fix it. If you find it's too hard, fix it. You can do that
Yes.
in the middle of a workout very easily.
So Rachel's, where she's got her feet is perfect. I think she did like 5 or 6 right away and then had to stop.
Yeah.
You don't ever, I mean, maybe toward the end of each set, if you're doing a couple singles, that's fine, but you don't want to start out that way.
Right.
But if you're just blasting through all 20, it's probably too easy for you. And
Yeah.
you could elevate your feet on a box or whatever you need to do.
Those feet elevated inverted rows,
They're so hard.
they are vicious. And everyone's like, oh yeah, elevate. No, put your feet up. Watch what happens.
I really like the bar version too. Like if you have like a kid bar like we have that you can lower, or even a bar in the rack, just make sure it's secure. Those are great options too. Julian is on his second round, I think, of the
He is on his
Lungester
second
pull-up
round.
complex.
Rachel is just starting her second round now.
Okay. Nice. What version, because I know you're not, the mile run isn't your favorite, and the
Really
bike that
isn't.
long isn't your favorite.
No, thank you.
So what version would you choose to do of this? Maybe the Concept 2?
I think I think that this one's gonna end up being what the weather's like on the day that I'm doing it. I kind of want to try. It's been a minute since I've just ran a mile.
Right.
So I think I might attempt to run the mile if it's nice out. Or even if it's sprinkling. I like a little sprinkly run.
Yeah,
It makes
as
me
long as
feel
it's not
cool
downpour.
and like literally and temperature-wise cool, and also cool because
Yeah.
I look sweaty.
Look at me.
Look
I
at me.
run in the rain.
I run in the
I'm
rain.
not scared of sprinkly.
Exactly. Not scared of any sprinkles. So I feel really
You're
cool.
so badass.
So badass. So,
Wow, is that person running in the rain?
Yes.
No way.
so cool. So yeah, I'm thinking I might try the run, and then I don't know.
You know what I thought about?
What?
It is summer grind.
Ooh, okay. Oh, wait, what? What you
Like
got
an
up your
800
sleeve?
meter sled drag.
Oh, that could be cool.
Yeah.
And also awful.
And if it was sprinkly,
So badass. Like, so badass. They might stop, like, and watch me, ask me for my autograph. They're like, this person's so badass, they must be famous.
All right, Julian's starting round 3 of the Valhalla 4-round situation.
That's the situation.
The goal time here is, okay, so one thing that we didn't talk about when we were talking about your strategy, there are 2 scores.
Yes.
So that plays into that strategy we talked about as well. Score 1 is your mile time, and score 2 is your total time. So another reason why maybe you don't want to just completely sandbag the run is that is one of your scores. Not that we're comparing scores, but
Yeah.
I like to, when we were creating this workout, I like to separate the scores like that so that people can't hide their weakness.
Right.
Like if your total time's just 20 minutes, you're like, oh, that's great. And you're like, haha, those
Yeah.
people didn't know that I ran a 16-minute mile.
Exactly.
You know, like we want to see where you're at. And for you, it's a great like diagnostic almost of like
Yeah.
I crushed the goal for the mile run.
Yeah.
But then I was way outside of the goal for the other part, or vice versa. So it's a
100%.
cool way to see that. But yeah, I was thinking about using the sled.
Yeah. So follow-up question. Sled sounds very cool.
Not a push. That's a bad idea.
No. Definitely a pull. But really, so you would go 800 on that?
Yeah, because I think in most of the conversion, like that conversion chart that we made, it's
Yeah.
pretty much, unless you're going on the pull sled, it's like it's like a half distance. Now
Okay.
that depends on how much weight you put on it.
Right,
obviously.
right.
That changes it. But like with one plate, an 800, I think
Okay.
it wouldn't feel to me exactly the same as a mile run because a mile run would probably be
Yeah.
harder, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
as far as like winded wise.
No, what we should do is right after this, you and me should just pull a sled 800
gosh.
meters and just see how long it takes.
Oh my gosh. Later, after I eat, I have not yet eaten breakfast today.
I wish you guys could all see Miranda's face right now. It changed drastically.
I don't feel like my outfit is ready for that. You, on the other hand, look
Oh
like
yeah,
you're
no,
ready.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go
You
with a
guys,
sled.
Nicole looks like she's ready to work on the farm today.
Yeah, I'm rocking my cowboy hat, my boots.
So this is final round, or are we still on round 3?
Julian
Round 3
is yes.
We got it sidetracked. They're both on round 3. They're at about 14 and a half minutes in. Goal time for the total workout is 20 to 25 minutes.
Yes.
So I think, they might even be under that. We'll see how. Julian's really good at pull-ups, which makes a big difference,
Yeah, those stinking butterfly pull-ups.
right?
I've never done one. And I don't think I want to. I just have this this very clear picture of myself shattering all of my teeth. Just like first, getting so excited that maybe I get the first one, I go for the second, and just all my
Right.
teeth fall out.
I don't think I've ever hit my chin. I haven't done them in a very long time. For members that maybe come from a non-CrossFit background and they see these pull-ups, well, the kipping's already odd, okay? And then the butterfly might look even like more odd.
Yeah.
It's something that was created by CrossFit competitors, and I don't know if it was created by them, but it's used by them because they're fast.
Yeah.
One reason that they're great is because it saves your grip because you're not on the bar for as long. However, in my experience, because I did them a lot for a very long time, they can be hard on your shoulders.
Yeah, they just pull your shoulders out of socket a little. Just a little. Just a
And
touch out
for
of
me,
socket.
it was more chest to bar butterflies that did that. And I have like a weird shoulder thing from my car accident anyway. So you could do butterfly pull-ups and have your shoulders be fine. But they're not necessary. So if you're a member who's wondering if you need to learn how to do this, you do not.
Right,
It is
right.
not going to be necessary for you to hit your fitness goals to be able to do that. But they are faster, and if you've got that skill, go for it.
I remember one time I had a dream that I could do them. And I woke up
Did you hit
convinced
your
that I
teeth?
understand. No, it worked great. I was
Okay.
amazing at them, and I
You
woke
thought you
up convinced
downloaded
I
the
could
software
do it.
overnight?
Yeah, like just
Like your phone got
I was
an
like-
upgrade?
Yes, I was like, it clicked in my head. I finally understand. So I went and I tried to do one. It did not work at all. I did not actually understand. So just beware. If you think you suddenly know something, you might be wrong.
Yeah, I have not done pull-ups yet. I don't know that I'll be ready for pull-ups yet for this one. So my favorite, again,
you're gonna do
is
your-
the inverted row,
Yeah.
or I'll do like a kipping pull-up motion, but with my feet still on the ground. Some of you guys have probably
I really
seen me do
like that one. I like that one a lot.
I like it a lot,
What do you
too.
think you're going to do in terms of equipment? Other
I
than the
like-
sled, obviously.
I like the Sandbag Lungester.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite Lungester.
My favorite by far, for sure.
I also don't mind a Dumbbell Lungester. Barbell is my least favorite Lungester.
Mine too. Honestly, a lot of people love the barbell Lungester. I do not.
The only benefit of the barbell is that it's easier to pick up and put, like, to drop it. That's not true because the sandbag's pretty easy to drop too. But yeah, your positioning just has to be a little bit more dialed in, to be honest, with the barbell, because it'll pull you forward on your lunges and on your thruster.
Exactly.
Okay, this is his last round.
Yep,
Or a
yep.
17 and a half. So he's definitely going to be under that 20-minute mark. And Rachel's on her last round too.
100%. Solid work from both of them throughout the workout. You can tell it's definitely taxing though.
I'm gonna spoiler, Julian will not be earning his vault finishes.
Yikes.
Because he has failed to log many workouts.
Yikes.
I also will not be earning it. He is done.
1752, I want to say that was.
Let's go, Rach. Well, you will not be earning
No,
yours.
definitely not.
We are not setting a good example. Rachel will be earning hers. I know
Rachel,
it.
of course, will be earning hers. Rachel is the most consistent human I know when it comes to tracking anything.
Yes, she has crushed it. I missed 4 when Crew was born.
I think I did 4 or 5 of them.
So
But-
together,
Yeah, we're halfway-ish there. No, I mean, football kind of was making the vaults difficult. I was pretty broken a lot of the time. So, but
you guys had a lot of training and stuff too. So
yeah,
totally
I mean, I
understandable.
was training a lot. So the fun thing will be I usually complete the vault in the first half. So it's gonna be fun. I've never done the full vault in the second half.
Right.
I've like dipped in and out.
We'll do it together.
But yeah, we could totally do the full vault second round.
Great.
It'd be super dupe. Super dupe.
super
super duper.
super duper dope.
Excellent. Here we go. Rachel's coming up to the home stretch.
Yeah, perfect. And she's like 1 minute still under where the goal's gonna be, so she's gonna be like right in that like fast end of the goal range. They both chose the appropriate version, it seems. And then next time, so if you're Julian and you're like, well, I was under the goal not only for the mile, but
Yeah.
for the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, now you know next time go for the 1.5 miles.
Right.
And maybe even he used 85 pounds, use the 95.
Right.
Or do a different version. Obviously, you could try the bike version or whatever. Rachel, same thing. She could be like, all right, maybe I'll try the longer bike distance, or maybe I'll do the dumbbells and go a little heavier than the sandbag was, or something like that. Because they were both, you know, Julian was under the goal and Rachel will be at the very fast end of it.
Rachel is currently living her nightmare. This is exactly the spot. She was like, no.
She
if I do
hates
this
inverted rows.
She's like, I'm going to do this with Julian. It's going to be me at the end. These inverted rows all by myself.
I mean, we've all been there with Julian with that.
100%. Come on, Rachel.
It's like inverted rows are the back version of push-ups.
Yes, the
Where
upside
it's
down.
like, I just need to do 2. It just
Yeah.
needs to be 2, and you're like, but I cannot do 1
Yeah.
at all right now. Like I have to stop. Oh, she's done.
Yeah, baby.
Just like 17 seconds over 20 minutes, and she
Perfect.
crushed it.
Absolutely perfect. All right, let's see what I think 2016. Perfect. It's a good year. It's a good year.
I agree.
Let's see what Julian has to say for the tips for Valhalla.
All right. From what I heard, I was definitely under the goal time, and even if I'm glad I went the way in what I chose to do today, based off of how I was feeling. I've been in this stage now where, because I don't take my time to really warm up, I'm noticing where my movement starts to break down and get sloppy, and it really is very taxing. So I'm getting into this new mindset to pull back and choose a weight that allows me to focus on quality of form throughout the whole workout as best I can, knowing that naturally it's going to break down as you start pushing intensity. So for this workout, like I heard them talking about for the mile, you want to make sure you find an 80% pace. Don't slack it and go super slow so you can go hard in the 4 rounds. Don't also go too fast and then really suffer for the second part, which is the 4-round workout, because this brings an element of different approaches here, right? The running, and then the barbell or dumbbell, and then gymnastics as well. So you want to make sure you're well-rounded on this one, smooth pace. And then for the Lungester, I did different approaches in different rounds. So I started off by doing like 5 and 5, and then I went like 4-3-3 or 4-4-2 or something like that, and then doubles. And I increased it. So don't be afraid to do that as long as you go into it with some kind of rep scheme in mind, so you don't just end up stalling out and losing control. And you're in it, you're staying focused. And then for the pull-ups, do the sets that work for you. For me, breaking it up twice to 3 times was perfect. That way it allowed me to quickly go to the barbell and then pick it up and keep that movement going for this kind of workout. So appropriate breaks. Don't peacock off the gate with the run or the cardio bit, given that you have gymnastics and strength with the barbell or the sandbag or the dumbbells, and then just have those rep schemes in mind. That's it. Enjoy this workout.
Week 23 of the vault is Valhalla. Your Program B workout of the day is 1 mile run, followed by 4 rounds of 10 barbell lungesters and 20 kipping pull-ups. There are 2 scores for today's workout. First score is your mile time. The second score is total time. The goal for this workout is to complete that mile in anywhere between 7 and 10 minutes. And for the entire workout, anywhere between 20 to 25 minutes. All right, guys, so you have 2 scores for today's workout. So we are challenging you to push the pace not only on that mile, but as well as those 4 rounds. Now we want that mile to take anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes. So if you need to, feel free to customize the distance that you run in order to stay within that window. Now, if you are a running ninja and you are a sub 7 minute miler, you can go ahead and go for the extra challenge today of 1.5 miles. For the detailed demos of the movements in today's workout, as well as the customization options, head on over to my.streetparking.com. Week 23 of the vault is Valhalla. Your shift workout of the day is going to start with 5 minutes of continuous movement. Then you're gonna do 5 rounds of 8 unweighted lungesters and 12 inverted rows. Your score for this workout is the total time it takes you to complete the 5 minutes of continuous movement and the 5 rounds. The goal is to complete this workout between 12 and 15 minutes. For today's workout, if you're limited on space or weather and you can't move for those 5 continuous minutes, feel free to check out the coach's notes for an alternate option for today's workout. Now, we don't always do this, but we have an extra challenge for you guys today. So if you're confident in those 8 unweighted lungesters and you don't need to use any assistance and you can do all 8 in a row, you can add in a weight and hold it at your chest. And what you'll do is you'll lunge on your right leg and then lunge on your left leg, and then you're gonna squat all the way down and then press that object overhead. For the inverted rows in today's workout, try to pick a body angle to where you're able to complete 3 to 4 reps each time. For the detailed demos of the movements in today's workout, as well as the customization options, head on over to my.streetparking.com.